ANC Secretary General Mr. Fikile Mbalula oti Umbalula yena, according to him, the war between, or the tension between the tension between the Secretary General of MK Party Floyd Chivambo and Julius Malema oti it's stashed. Oti that thing is fake. There's no way. And then what I think he did there is manipulating things. He knows that there are people inside the MK party that does not want Floyd. So he then says something that will agitate some people in the MK party. And what's that? Don't worry, we'll talk more about that. In fact, let's talk more about it now. So he's saying Floyd and Julius Malema, same WhatsApp group, they hate the ANC. That's one. Two, he then says, Floyd went to MK party to manage Uzuma. If you listen to how it sounds like, see, if I take a deal with, let's leave those examples that might not work. You see, Uzalo is an independent company. Uzalo is a product of stained glass production. But Uzalo plays on SAPC 1. SAPC 1 has the platform to get it. So every time when they shoot Uzalo, SAPC will send their manager to oversee things, so there's compliance with an SAPC standard. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm going somewhere with that. That person will tell you if this is going to be approved by SAPC or not as you are shooting this thing. Do you see what I'm trying to say? If you look at that example that I just gave you now, the way Floyd Chivam, the way Malema is portraying this the Floyd at MK Party, he portrays him as a person who is there to manage Jacob Zuma. In other words, he represents an institution that the institution sent Floyd to go and manage Uzuma. Do you see what I'm trying to say? When I was listening to him, he sounds exactly like he's saying that, to say there are people that are managing Uzuma, so he cannot deviate or he cannot take some other decisions. That's how he want it to look like. But I have proof. I want you to listen to the man yourself. Here.
NHI, expropriation, all of these things that are done by who? Cyril Ramaphosa. Now, Mren, if you say you are beholden to something, how? Slogans, rhetoric, making noise that no, we are not party to this, we are party to that, and all of that. Duping people with slogans and rhetoric. When it matters most, for instance, let me give you an example. EFF and its leader, they make a lot of noise. They don't love the DA and all of that and so on. The ANC went to them and said that, okay, fine, you don't agree with VAT, abstain. What did they do? They voted. With who? The DA. If Malema and his party had the majority that we have, do you think that they will be working with the ANC? They won't. He hates the ANC with passion. Him and Floyd combined. I don't know why they are fighting. I think that's a movie we're being subjected to. That fight of Floyd and Julius, it's not real. That thing is just a movie. It's fiction. These are buddies. So Floyd has been sent to go and manage JZ and that MK party and Dalimpov. So it's a big fiction, my brother. These people are buddies like this. They are together. So They say they want to remove the ANC surgically, including working with the DA. They want to remove us from power. Both of them. They would have abstained and come back to us and say, but guys, we have abstained in this thing, we don't want VAT. Mashaba has said that we don't want VAT. Busa, we don't want VAT. Anyone said so. Even our allies, COSATU, Communist Party, everybody. I'm not sure about the Communist Party these days, but they also oppose to VAT.
Having listened to Julius Malema and what, number one, do you think, because there are two things there. One is the fact that the tension that we are seeing between Malema and Floyd is fake. That is what the man in his expose, that is what he's saying. Two is that Floyd is there to manage Jacob Zuma. Let's start with the tension. Well, I wouldn't say he's lying. I wouldn't say he's lying. Neither will I say he's telling the truth. I will be completely in between. You know why? Yay, there was a wedding that took us by surprise. We thought this wedding was a wedding, you know what I'm saying? A marriage. Only to find that Somizi and this guy did not actually sign any Home Affairs thing. So it was more like a content creation thing. Do you see what I'm saying? While tonight we thought, it's probably out of community of propaganda. They never even signed a single paper. So I then had to learn that it's not what it looks. It's not how it looks. You know what I'm saying? I realized then that, so it may look like a wedding. But, that's not a wedding. It's a content creation thing. So people do everything these days to create content. Am I saying Malema and Floyd are creating content? I don't know. Am I saying the hatred is true? I don't know. Am I saying that the hatred is that fierce? And I don't know. But you know what I know? Is that we people, we carry a speech. And I always say to people, I will never, I don't not die for a political party. That, I will never do that. Imagine me going out there, dying for a political party. Oh, well, I'm not going to do that. Forget and smile. I'm not going to do that. So I know for a fact that people are willing to die for Malema. Abanye, they are willing to die for Floyd. That one, I know it as a matter of fact. That one, I know. They are genuine shame. Those ones, I know. They are genuine. It comes from the heart. They want to defend. Those ones, I am sure. I'm sure. Hey, they will kill. They will kill. They will kill. That's how serious they are. But hey, go on, sometimes. Hey, Abaya, they are willing to die for Kaizer Chiefs. Abaya, they are willing to die for Orlando Pirates. Abaya, they are willing to die for Sundowns. I'm looking at this. I'm like, hey, Batum, I support Liverpool in England. No, I'm not gonna die for Liverpool. I support Real Madrid in Spain. I'm not gonna die for Real Madrid. Man, I'm not gonna do that. Never. There are things worth dying for, but not a football team, not a political party. But I know there are people who will die for those things. Die for those things. I know for a fact. So, in conclusion, I neither believe or disagree with I neither believe or disagree with Mbalola. Nor do I believe or disagree with the war between Malema and Floyd. I don't know. Funje nokuzigena lapho ngithi it's true. There's a fight because I've never seen them talking to each other. It's always been on social media. So I recently listened to a lot of people talking about the fact that the so-called reality show, that thing is scripted, but it's happening on television, on social media. And when you think you are watching a reality show and that thing is scripted, so how many more things are scripted? How many fights did we think that those fights? In fact, it has happened many a times where we thought so and so is fighting with so and so, and it's scripted. So that's why I'm saying I neither agree nor disagree. I don't know. That's all I can tell you. I don't know.